let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Michael in Dayton, Ohio. What's up, Michael? What's going on, man?
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm outstanding, brother. How are you?
Doing well.
Good.
Taught me that you couldn't have caffeine until you're 18, so.
Awesome, man. So what's up?
So I was calling, so a little background. I grew up in a evangelical Christian family and grew up in distance from that. And now I have a girlfriend who's Jewish, and just the difficulties of explaining that to my parents and navigating that.
So you say so you're not practicing Christian anymore?
Not particularly, no.
Okay, cool. So then you met somebody who's Jewish, and have you talked to your parents about it? Have you not told them? What's the deal with that?
So I have mentioned that, but I haven't really told my parents that I'm not practicing religiously. I just kind of always felt like I could at least performatively maintain a religion just to maintain peace in the household. So,
how's that working out for you?
Definitely causes a little bit of tension for myself.
Yeah, dude.
So.
The more you have to perform or be dishonest or lie to your parents in order to keep the peace, the more that will leak out in other areas. In counseling, we used to call it leakage, which sounds like it's a dirty diaper. It kind of is, actually. But it will find its way out. It just usually comes out in real inopportune times, right? It'll come up in some huge blowout, or they'll find out, and then suddenly they'll realize you lied to them for 10 years and partridge in a pear tree, right? So when you say like they kind of know, what does that mean?
So I have mentioned to parents that she's Jewish and that matters to her. And I've just kept on, my mom's thought that, she'll become a Christian too eventually, and it'll work itself out that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way I could phrase it.
So how can I help? What are you asking me?
I think for me, the challenge is how to approach this while maintaining a relationship with my parents, and also this happened a long time before I met my girlfriend. I don't want my parents disliking her and seeing her as the reason why what happened.
That's dude, you're a wise man. So the longer you put off this conversation, the more their existential angst of your choice of religious practice or non-religious practice will be dumped on her. And so is this somebody you're going to marry? You're going to spend your time with her? You like this girl?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome.
Love her.
So here's what you got to do, man. I don't see a way around it. And how old are you?
I'm 27 right now.
Yeah, I think I know people in their 40s. I know someone who's almost 50 who will say things like, hey, don't tell my parents, but. And I'm thinking, dude, you're 40. What are they going to do? You know, are they going to what kind of weird stuff is going on? So you're 27, man. You're a professional. You're grown up. You're about to get, married. I think it's time to take them out, right? You're carrying a bag of bricks here. Every time you're with them, you're not able to fully be yourself. And I do think before I tell you what I think, like what I would do if I'm in your situation, what I have done if I'm in your situation, just with different things, is this. There's a difference between being authentic and not being dishonest. And then but you can do that. And then there's just being an idiot, being a jerk, right? So the difference of being sitting down and saying, hey, listen, I love you guys. I want y'all to know that I'm so grateful for the house I grew up in. I'm so grateful for you too. I know and honor your Christian faith. I haven't been there for years. And it's not anything y'all did. You didn't screw anything up. Where I am right now in my life, that's not a part of my life. And I want you to know I still carry with me the lessons of character. I still carry the lessons of how to treat people right with dignity and all those things that they taught you, right? And I want you to expect them to be heartbroken about that. If they truly have a religious belief that they are staked in the ground is the truth and the right way and partridge in a pear tree, they should be disappointed, right? They should be heartbroken about that. And let them know, I want to keep our relationship strong. I want to continue to be here. And then this is where the respect part comes in. That's when you don't badmouth them for going to church. That's when if your mom says, hey, when you come visit us, we'd like you to come with us, that you can go, right? If it becomes offensive and heartbreaking, then that's a whole other conversation. But does that make sense? There's a balance between being honest and then being an idiot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I still in a way see religion as good, just not some of the exclusivity parts. So
okay. So that's conversation number one. And I think you have it at the same time. The next part of that is, I really love this girl. The Jewish faith is a big part of her life. I want you to know that she's going to be a part of my life. I hope so much she can be a part of y'all's life too. I have these pictures in my head of our Christmases and our teaching you guys what Hanukkah looks like. I've got these pictures of what Thanksgiving, all the different, whatevers. I'm just making it up as we go here. But I want you all to know the expectation won't be that I'm going to turn her into something that she's not. And I hope that you guys will still love her just like you would any other wife that I brought home. And then here's where it's hard for you, brother. They get to choose what they do next.
They do.
They get to choose. And they can say, then we disown you. We hate you. You're not our son anymore. I don't think that's going to happen. That happens all over the world, by the way, but I don't think that's going to happen with you. They are going to have a season of mourning. They may want to take you out again and talk to you about it. They may send you books and tracts, and all of that is them trying to do the best they can to love you in the ways that they know how, right? And so if you can, it may be annoying, it may be frustrating, it may be whatever, but it's them just trying to love you. And if you can honor them by letting them love you, even if it's in weird ways, then so be it. But they get to decide what they do next. And that's the hard part of any sort of relational truth-telling, right?
It is.
You seem nervous that you're going to lose them. Do you think they're going to bail on you?
I don't think so. It's just, I know that I'm going to be the different one from the rest of my family. And
you've always been the different one, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, see, it's nothing new. You're just calling it out.
That is true.
I think
sometimes it's just...
I think you have this conversation sooner rather than later. It won't feel good, but you will be lighter. You'll move through the world lighter. You'll be able to look your mom and your dad in the eyes and know that they're telling them the truth. And if you do this in a respectful, dignified, and honorable way, and not choose to go to war because you're uncomfortable, man, that's the best way to treat people with dignity. I love you and I care about you, and I've come to some different conclusions in my life. And I'm going to continue to love you and honor you and be respectful, and I'm asking you guys to give me that same honor and respect and dignity back, right? And by the way, you're about to get a new daughter-in-law, and I hope you will love her and be hospitable to her and invite her in your home and learn and ask questions, and tell your soon-to-be fiance, soon-to-be wife, hey man, we're gonna teach, we're gonna love, we're gonna learn. My parents are gonna stumble through this for a while, and we're all gonna be on the same team. My brothers and sisters are gonna stumble through this and figure it out, but we're all gonna be doing this together, right? That's how messy family disagreements plus different beliefs plus all the stuff can end up sitting around a table, all eating, all sharing, all still loving each other, even though we end up on different sides of issues, right? Religion's a tough one, man. But Michael, be honest, be truthful, be yourself, and be respectful, brother. That's the best you can do right now. All right? Hey, thank you so much for your call.